Happy Transfer Tuesday, everybody, the day of the week where we take a look at our finances to see if there's any money moves we can make in a positive direction. I do have quite a few money moves this week in comparison to last week, as well as some other updates. First of all, y'all know if you are cat people, when you buy new furniture, it's for the cats, obviously. So, I'm not going to disturb Pepe, but it's been kind of a busy couple of weeks. I was a bit absent last week just because I was doing my in-person portion of offshore survival training. So last Thursday, I was out on Cape Cod for the in-water portion where basically we just got in a pool and learned how to get in a life raft and flip the life raft over in an emergency and how to help other people. I've been through this training before back in 2008, but it was it was a bit more intense on day 2, which was Friday, which was the firefighting portion, because part of being offshore survival trained is, of course, learning how to use firefighting equipment at sea. Since it's a bit different, everybody on board should know how to do it, since in that kind of situation, obviously you can't just leave the building and wait for the fire trucks at the firehouse up the street to come put out your fire. You have nowhere to go when you're offshore and there's a fire on board. So everybody is a team player in firefighting, but it was kind of cool. Of course, we had all dressed up and had to put out a fire outside, but then we also had to practice putting out a fire in a burning building, down some stairs, and it was just a bit intense, but it was good. An amazing one-day crash course on firefighting and a one-day crash course on offshore survival. Of course, this is after like a lot of online learning, but anyway, so that was where I was at last week. And before I get into the transfers, I also just want to mention it's been a pretty heavy week for everybody. I hope everybody is staying safe, and just wishing everyone peace and strength to get through whatever everyone's going through at the moment. There's a lot going on, even if you're not directly impacted by things. A lot of people can just feel very heavy about things if you're kind of sensitive to that stuff. So one day at a time, and I wish I could give everybody a hug, but just know that I'm sorry. I'm thinking of you guys, and I don't know. What do you even say to that kind of shit, Anyway, money moves since last week. Oh my God. First and foremost, let's talk about this damn student loan payment. What the fuck? Okay, so clearly we all know the student loan servicers are a bit overwhelmed at the moment. At least Mohila is who I have, and you guys know my accrued interest, and therefore like my total loan balance has been fluctuating all over the place. But my last payment that came out on October 9th finally got like cleared into my account. And wouldn't you know it, I'll just put the screenshot up just because I was like, what? No, I had mentioned it before, and some of you had commented, just because I said to myself and you guys, like, there's no way they're going to put the entire payment straight to interest, right? Oh, but they did. $0 applied to principal. $334.96 went straight to interest, and then they wiped away the rest. I joked about it before because I couldn't understand that actually being the scenario of what's happened, but some of you did comment and be like, don't you understand that's what they're going to do? So your loan balance is never going to go down? And I was just like, no way. That just seems dumb for them, because as bad of enough time they had for when the 10-year window for public service employees, when that finally came due after the implementation of the program, and all those people were like, okay, it's been 10 years, and then like 90-something% of them got denied for XYZ. And a lot of them were because they consolidated over the years. They didn't know that reset their clock, this, that, and the other. And so I think part of all of these student loan changes, I think they're addressing that as well. They've been addressing all kinds of shit, but I think they are still maybe not sure exactly what's going on or how to implement all these changes that they've been promising and whatnot. But for all federal student loans, whether you're in public service, hopefully you've been on the public service forgiveness program and get 10-year forgiveness, but for everyone else, it's either 20 or 25 years. 20 if you had just undergrad loans, 25 if you had undergrad and or grad loans. That's like a hard stop forgiveness. There is no, I had to work in a certain field like the public service forgiveness of 10 years. Like everybody gets blanket forgiveness after 20 or 25 years. So what are they doing with not applying any payments to principal? They just expect me to keep making interest-only payments for the next, how many years do I have left? Do you know? Been paying for, 7 years now? 6, 7 years? So like 13, 14 more years. I just keep making an interest-only payment based on my income that doesn't actually reduce my principal. So at the end of for me it'd be 25-year mark, since every single student loan I have now is from grad school, which is a whole different issue. But so I guess it'd be more like 18 to 19 years, more years for me. But just pay interest the whole time, and then at the end they have to just forgive the $178,000. Student loans were already the biggest debt that our Federal Reserve has on their balance sheet of assets and liabilities, right? Student loan debt is their number one asset because they are counting on all of us dumb millennials to pay back our student loans. They can't just give up that asset. Or they can do whatever they want, I guess, right? They print money, they do whatever the fuck they want, but I'm perplexed. So please, you guys are amazing with the comments and your info and insights. Granted, not everyone has the same opinions of what's going on, but it's at least helpful when you guys provide info. So does anyone have any further insight on what the F is going on? Because any of their payment go to principal, or are we all just paying interest right now that's going nowhere? Help me understand what's happening, because there's so many mixed emotions with all of my money going right to interest. Do I just say screw you then and just pay the interest payments for the next, what would that be? At my current payment, it's $4,020 I would pay every year. So say I had another 18 years. That's only $72,360 that I would have paid out of my pocket towards student loans over the next 18 years. If I have just this same interest-only payment going forward, which is a huge savings, given that I owe a total of $178,000, that saves me $106,000 over the course of having my student loans from this day forward. And obviously my payment is going to fluctuate with my income, so that may change a little bit, but what incentive are you giving anyone to apply extra to principal during this time? Zero. So I have a feeling like, I don't know if they're still working kinks out where we're like freshly back in it, but they can't just let that go on, right? And oh my gosh, that's enough on that topic. Help me out in the comment, guys. What is happening? I don't know. Money moves. Back on the 10th, my annual charge for Mint Mobile came out. I get the totally unlimited, everything included plan. It's, I think, $360 for the year plus taxes, whatever. So in total, it was $389. And for a year of cell phone, unlimited data, that's the bee's knees. It's so fucking cheap compared to what I was paying before. Obviously, you guys know I have an annual expenses sinking fund for those annual expenses, but it was also a pay week for me. So I just waited and paid for it out of pocket, out of my W-2 income, since I like to just bankroll things if I can do that in the moment, instead of dipping into savings, because you guys know I'm way overly conservative. All right, And like I said, it was a pay week. So I got paid on the 12th. And on the 12th, I did my monthly donation. I donated $50 to a Road to Refuge farm sanctuary. Y'all know. And I also did my $100 investment. I'm trying to invest $100 a month. You guys know I love FundRise, which is a crowd-funded real estate investing platform, but they are dipping their toe into the tech world. And so they opened up an opportunity for their investors to invest in their innovation fund, which is venture capital tech companies. So yeah, they're branching out of real estate and into tech a little bit, but I'm down. I did that. I thought, okay, here's $100. Let's give it a whirl. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure you guys have been paying attention to the stock market lately, but it is not doing great. So my FundRise has also been kind of up and down a little bit, but adding that $100 in, it brought my FundRise account value up to $5,964.12. So again, that fluctuates a little bit, just like your 401k or your Roth or whatever. It's not just a straight add money growth. It's, you know. All right, so we invested, we donated. I also saved a little bit. I put another $200 into my savings. What am I saving for? I don't know. And this, I'm not talking about just the slush fund I'm leaving in my checking account like I've told you guys about. I'm just like letting money grow in there that I'm not tracking anywhere on a net worth tracker or asset sheet or anything like that. I'm just letting it grow in anticipation of moving, because as I've mentioned, moving, y'all know moving is expensive. You know, you gotta have first, last, and security deposit for the new place. So I'm just letting my checking account kind of grow for that as I slowly look for apartments and or a house hunt. We're still on the house hunt, right? Yeah, he don't give a shit. There's a bird out the window that's really got him. So again, I just added that to my savings. It was at 30,000. The heck did I write there? $572. Added that 200, and then I also added from PayPal. On the 16th, I got a notification that Mark sent me $40 through PayPal and said, Happy Transfer Tuesday. And basically, you're doing great. Keep going. Thank you so much, Mark. Your support, obviously, is huge. All of you. Gosh, you guys are amazing. So I added that 40 to my savings as well. So between the 200 from my paycheck and the $40 from Mark, that brought my savings up to $30,812, which is basically, that's just my emergency fund. I'm just gonna let it grow. You know, it's monthly interest. It's growing pretty good and whatever. I don't know. We'll see what we need it for. But also on the 16th, I got rent. My tenant paid, the housing program of Kansas City finally paid rent, and they actually paid it a little bit early this month. Early. You guys know it's been like 3 weeks late every dang month, but, and I've been forgetting to share this with you guys as it is a money move that adds to my assets. You guys know I'm just letting real estate income pile up in its own account that I plan to someday use for a down payment on another property if and when I need it, whenever, I don't know. But that amount was $667.94, and so that goes right to my real estate savings account. That's not pure cash flow. I pay the mortgage on the 1st of every month, so I have to pay the mortgage, and then I'll get rent 2, 3, 4 weeks later. So it's just kind of like always behind. So the true cash flow of that was $410.25, but that's cool. It brought my real estate account up to $4,673.25. Those are my money moves for the week, and I was so excited because you guys know I am this close to a $0 net worth, and every time I get close, why do I do this to myself? But I check my 401k and it's like, nope. Because the stock market's not been great lately. My 401k and my Roth really keep dragging me back down. They're keeping me in the negative net worth. Not that I care. It's like, where are we at today? A few $100 in the negative? Whatever. Close enough, right? So, of course, despite my bi-weekly contributions to my 401k, it's still bringing down the curve, you might say. Which, again, I don't care about my net. I do, because it's emotional for some reason, as I told you guys on Sunday. It just is like bringing up a lot of why don't I celebrate myself energy, or like why do I let people's opinions affect my life, and I'm doing flippin' amazing despite what other people might try to say or interject or whatever. It's still cool to be so close, and hopefully maybe next Tuesday I can be like, hey, we finally made it. That's all I got for money moves. I'm gonna let Pepe get back to his nap. Please let me know down below the money moves you made towards your financial goals, and or any commentary or insights that you might have on that student loan payment situation. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.